What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Jacob Daniel back at it again here at the Speed Kills podcast. And the Reds finished off yesterday yet another series win against the Chicago Cubs. The Cincinnati Reds have had the Cubs number this past year. They are currently 6-3 against the Cubs in the 2019 season, if I looked that up, and I am correct. The Reds have won 3 straight series against the Cubs. The Reds needed this series win after 4 straight losses following their great 6-game winning streak, which included sweeping the Houston Astros. The Reds have a 4-game series coming up against Milwaukee before the All-Star break and 2 games against the Cleveland Indians before the All-Star break. The Reds have split their last series with the Milwaukee Brewers, going 2-2 in those games, Cincinnati winning 2 and the Brewers winning 2 of those games. And then their last series against the in-state rival, the Indians, they also split their 2-game series. The Reds are currently 5 games under 500 and 5.5 games back in the National League Central Division. They're 5-5 in their last 10 and 10-10 in their last 20. Like I said, the Reds have 6 games before the All-Star break, but before I get into those games, I'm going to go over the Chicago Cubs series, which was a really promising sign to see as a Reds fan before the All-Star break, especially with that 4-game losing streak that was going on following right after the 6-game winning streak. You didn't really want to see the Reds fall off like that, like they did, coming off that 6-game winning streak. They had 2 really tough games against the Angels and then split the series, like I said, against the Milwaukee Brewers. The first game of the Chicago Cubs series was a really good one for the Cincinnati Reds. Final score was 6-3. Joey Votto went 4 for 4 with 2 runs and 4 hits, 1 walk, so he had 5 plate appearances. Went 4 for 4. He is now batting .268 following the series against the Cubs. That is phenomenal for Joey Votto. We've seen the return of the old Joey Votto, but we haven't seen him go hit like this before. It was just great to see Joey Votto show out in this game. Sonny Gray had an okay outing with 6 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 2 earned runs, walking 1 and giving up 4 hits, and striking out 6 guys. That's not bad for Sonny Gray. And only giving up 2 out of the 3 runs that the Cubs actually scored, not bad. I'll take that outing anytime, especially when the Reds bats show up like they did this game. Curt Casali is taking a lot of the appearances behind the plate due to Tucker Barnhart being put on the 10-day DL. And in this game particularly, I think he was phenomenal from a hitting standpoint, having 2 at-bats, getting walked twice, and scoring 1 run. He didn't have any hits, but he knows how to get on base. And I couldn't ask anything more from Curt Casali. And he showed that he can be a really good hitter and a really reliable catcher behind the plate. Now, the second game of the Chicago Cubs series, the pitching showed up, but the hitting did not. They ended up losing this game 6-0. Luis Castillo had 7 innings pitched, only giving up 1 run, 3 hits, walking 3, and striking out 6. And the 1 run that he gave up was just 1 home run. And I'm pretty sure it was a Javi home run, so you can't stop Javi as much as you would want. He's an all-star. A lot of these Chicago Cubs are all-stars, and Luis Castillo is an all-star, but I will get to that later. This game, there wasn't that many hits from the Cincinnati Reds, and it was just not good to see that they weren't hitting the ball in this game, especially when our best starter is on the mound, Luis Castillo, and they just couldn't put it together in this game. This was the game where Puig charged the mound. And you know what, Puig, keep doing you, because I think he did hit you on purpose, to be honest with you. But that's just part of Puig being Puig, and I'll take that every single day. I'll take Puig being himself, and that's really fun baseball. That's entertaining baseball to see, and I'll watch that every day. The third game, great one to watch. On an offensive standpoint, pitching not so much, giving up 6 runs. It was a final of 8-6, the Cincinnati Reds. Anthony DeSclafani came in with the win, 6 innings pitched, 0 earns run, and then 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. DeSclafani has had some great outings just recently, and you can't ask for 6 no-run innings from Anthony DeSclafani. Very happy with what he did on the mound. Really like it. As far as hitting goes, this was an explosion of offense. A lot of people had really good games. Curt Casali, like I said again, he had two walks, just basically like the game that I said. Nick Senzel, batting .269 on the season now, went 2 for 4 in this game, scored 1 run, had 2 RBIs and a walk. Great performance by Nick Senzel, and he always should be at the top of the lineup, I think. Batting .270, on-base percentage around .330, and slugging near .480. Nick Senzel has proven himself again and again that he should be that leadoff hitter, and I think that's where he belongs. And Nick Senzel, very promising rookie to see. The bullpen let up a lot of those runs. Michael Lorenzen giving up 3 of those runs, and then Raciel Iglesias struggling, giving up 3 more runs, putting 8 runs on the board was enough help for the Reds to carry out the series win against the Chicago Cubs. Going back to what I started the episode off with was talking about the next 6 games before the All-Star break for the Cincinnati Reds. I would like to see the Reds win 4 out of these last 6 games. I don't know how, if they win both at Cleveland or against Cleveland, and if they win 2 against the Brewers, that'd be fine with me, but I think they have to win 4 out of the last 6 to even think about being in playoff contingency. They're 5 games below 500. This would put them at 1 game below 500. I think that'd be a great place to go on the All-Star break with, and this would put the Reds in a really good position, in my opinion. That's all I have for you guys today. Make sure to stay tuned here on the Speed Kills podcast, as I am always trying to pump out quality content for you guys. So make sure to stay tuned for the next video.